Well, I really don't like what's happening in the United States right now. We're a great country and we can do better. And it's interesting, you say all of these things and then you look in the mirror and you challenge yourself and say, so you're complaining about things, what are you willing to do about it? So I thought about it and I realized that I have a unique skill set, meaning I have certain capabilities because of the life that the Lord has blessed me to live. And I want to bring those skills to helping our country over the rough times we're in right now and get back to being and operating like the great country that we are. I think what's important about my experience, and especially your audience probably needs to know that I'm a test pilot, so not just a pilot, but a test pilot. I commanded the B-2 Stealth Bomber Test Squadron. So in that test program, there were a lot of problems that we had to solve. And it's pretty interesting because Edwards Air Force Base, where this takes place, it's called Into the Unknown, ad explorantia. So there are a lot of times that we have to test things that we don't know what exactly is going to happen, but we have to find answers. And I think our country is there right now. There are many things that are going on that we've never seen before as the United States. And so I want to take that experience that I had looking into the unknown and to try to help us get back on track as a country. Well, I can tell you that it's very interesting that we have 17 counties, and I ran for lieutenant governor here, and I won 13 of the 17 counties, and I've been to every county. I can tell you that there are counties that Senator Rosen hasn't been in, but probably one of the most interesting stories is really the telltale. Senator Rosen is not the leader that Nevada needs. Since I announced, I went through one of the counties, Eureka County, and I talked to the sheriff down there who goes to Washington, D.C. on a regular basis to speak about law enforcement issues. And he was sharing with me that one of the times that he went to Washington, D.C., he made an appointment to see Senator Rosen and to see Senator Catherine Cortez Masto also. And neither of the senators would meet with him. So you have to get your head around that. Not only is this a law enforcement officer that's responsible for keeping a county safe, it's also a constituent. So we have the wrong leaders if we have a leader that thinks that they can ignore their constituents. And then on the other side, we look at that Jackie Rosen as a rubber stamp for Bidenomics. Gas prices are 40% higher in Nevada than in the rest of the country. Nevada families are being strangled by inflation. So Jackie Rosen is not exercising the leadership to help Nevadans, so we need to change. The first two that are very important is we need energy independence. We need to immediately open the Keystone Pipeline. We need to start drilling in Anwar again, and we need to give real leases to the oil companies. You can't knee-jerk leases and have them on a short-term basis. It takes a long time to explore for oil and different things like that. And we have an economy that is oil-based, and we need to use that energy to help our country. We were energy independent before the Biden administration. We need to get back to that so that we are not dependent on our enemies for energy, because we need the energy. But more importantly than that, economically, when energy prices go down, everything else in the economy will go down, and that will begin to eat away at inflation and take pressure off families. So getting back to energy independence is probably the first. And then the next I would look at is security. We don't have a country if we don't secure our borders. We need to secure the border immediately. We don't need more legislation. What we need to do is get rid of the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security and put someone in there who will uphold the laws that are on the books. We need to stop people entering our country illegally. We have human trafficking. That's modern day slavery. We need to immediately stop that. We have fentanyl that's coming in that's killing our people. It's one of the biggest killers for people from ages 18 to 45. We need to stop that. And so if we can stop the illegal people coming in, stop human trafficking, secure our border, that external security will then start to relate to internal security in the cities. Going back to the Eureka County when I was talking about, there's this front door, back door policy, meaning that what happens in Texas and the border states is the front door, then eventually it happens the back door here in Nevada. And the sheriff was sharing with me that he can show a definite exponential rise that since Title 42 was ended, that there has been an exponential rise in deaths in Eureka County due to people coming into our country illegally. So we need to secure our border. Why do I think I'm the best? Because I'm the only Republican in the field right now that has the ability to speak about military strategy with the military instrument of power, the foreign diplomatic instrument of power. And I also ran a small biotech company that was a startup. I ran that for 11 years, so I understand businesses and I understand regulation. And I think probably one of the most important things I want to throw out, I've been married for 40 years. We have 4 wonderful children due to my wife of 40 years. Children never listen. I told you I went to the Air Force Academy. My oldest decided then to go to Annapolis, and the baby went to West Point because they never listen. And the 2 in the middle, I have one that's a molecular biologist and now teaches high school science, and one that runs a personal training business. So I could do it over my kids all day long. But the real reason I bring that up is my kids are successful. We need to elect leaders that know how to help young people be successful and want all American children to be successful. So why am I the best? Because I have the broadest skill set to make the compelling argument that I can best represent Nevadans.